Welcome to the show, ladies and gentlemen. I am your host, your girl, the one and only Tiffany E, aka Sexline TV2, and I am here to give you guys all of the tea when it comes to wrestling and maybe a little bit of odds and ends in between there. So why don't you go ahead, go get your snacks, go get your juice, go get you a good drink, a good glass of wine if you can drink it. If you're underage, don't be drinking, okay? Go on and get you some juice or something and sit back and listen as we kiki and holler about wrestling. Because over here, you get a plethora of things when it comes to my show, okay? You get wrestling commentary.
No benefit of the doubt. Dr. Phil say don't do that. Dr. Phil say when somebody show you who they are, and so did Maya Angelou, believe them. Them two hoes are snakes. They've been snakes, and them hoes was like that when you got there, and they like that now, so fuck them both. And they did the right thing by letting them headline WrestleMania. They most definitely deserve to headline WrestleMania, and that is how you close a mania.
What else will you get? You'll also get a weekly recap of every single show that WWE has to offer. Monday Night Raw after show, NXT after show, and of course a Friday Night SmackDown after show. You'll also get a recap of all the big 5 PLEs. I even do the Saudi shows for you. And then, if it's good and worth the time, I may even throw a little AEW in there. But of course, I will do my best to make sure I recap as many PLEs as possible. If I don't have it, then I'll throw it to one of my friends who do know it. We also cover pop culture, and we have really good time over here with lifestyle and just giving advice. So, if you're ready, it's showtime, and that is on the ancestors, baby.
It was RoboCop. Madagascar?
Yes. Oh, Transformers Rise of the Beast. Okay. Alrighty then. Well, hello. How are you guys doing? Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the show. It is our Monday Night Raw after show, and I did get to watch the show. Did a little bit of work while I was watching the show, and it was Monday Night Raw. It's the best way to explain it. But before we get into all of that, hello to everybody. I hope you guys had a wonderful day. And thank you so much for clicking on this video. If you're watching this in the playback, for those of you who are watching it live with me and commenting in the comment section, thank you so much. But we must acknowledge the top commenters of the day. Yes, we must. Because they are here and they are always on time. Okay. Now, Kayla is number 1. Icy Brazy is number 2. And It's Nika is number 3. So shout out to y'all for being my top 3 commenters of the day. And if you want to be a top commenter of the day, all you have to do is make sure you hit that notification bell for YouTube to notify you if you're having trouble. I don't know. You're going to have to do a little troubleshooting, unsubscribe, resubscribe. Make sure you hit that notification bell again. Maybe notify yourself, unnotify, then notify yourself again. Make sure it's active and it works. And then if you get it, pop your ass in here as quickly as possible, and then you too can get a personal shout out from me for being my top commenter of the day. Okay, so everybody else is in here. Hello, Sasha, Aaliyah. Hi, how are you? How are you? Hello. Tirza said it's my favorite video. Hi, Tirza. Hiram is here. Hello. I got 2 of my moderators in here today. Pierre is here. Hello. Okay. All right. So we're gonna get into it. And I promise you it won't be a long night. It was a fairly simple show. The heels were winning, apparently, which is why I wasn't the biggest fan of the show today. So is what it is, but live your best life. Monday Night Raw is always a catch-22. You're gonna get some good days and some weary days, and some sleepless nights. Okay, you're gonna have a lot. But for the most part, they did pretty damn good at advancing storylines within the WWE currently right now. And of course, let's start off with the main storyline that they advanced, which was Finn Balor, Damian Priest, and the status of the Judgment Day. I'm going to lump all of this all together so I don't have to jump back and forth between stories. So just to clear everything up and make it simple, Judgment Day pulled the coup. Okay, they made it look as if they were going to implode and break up. They went backstage and kissy made up, and everything is right as rain. But there's a little seed that's been planted by Damian Priest. You see, backstage, because Rhea wouldn't let them discuss it out in the public, because she knew that the audience was going to egg Finn on and get him to break up with the Judgment Day. But she got to protect her fam. Okay, she got to protect her boys, as she puts it. Right? Child. Finn Balor was out there ready to bite the head off of a dragon. Okay. And when he called Damian Priest out, it was her and little Dum Dum that came out there. So little Dum Dum and her little parrot came out there and he didn't say nothing. Basically, he was just like, Rhea was just like, we're not going to discuss this in front of everybody. We're going to keep Judgment Day business between Judgment Day business. I was like, but you said everything on Raw is y'all business. Ain't that what she said, babe? Then she say everything is Judgment Day business. So how come we can't be in y'all business? Don't need an answer to that because we was already in it. Because when you went backstage, we still was in your business, bitch. We know everything. So she was, giving her little bullshit ass speech, and Seth came out there with his with his takeout buffalo wings. This motherfucker was eating the wings and tossing them on the floor of the arena, just outside of his mind, crazy. You feel me? Just bonkers. All right, I lost it. I was like, this motherfucker here. But anyways, long story short, Dom challenged Seth to a match tonight, to which Seth accepted. Now, this, of course, was a trap. It was never meant to have a match at all. What we got was they went backstage and they talked it out. Now, Rhea cut everybody off and said, y'all keep talking over each other, but y'all not hearing each other. If you keep doing this, we're never going to get anywhere. So, Damian, you go first, and Finn, cool it. So Finn fell back, and Damian was just like, I never was trying to take your moment from you. I was not coming out there to cash in on you or Seth at the time. He said, I understand the circumstances, but I want you to understand that I'm not here to attack you, and I'm not trying to take anything from you. He said, now, here's how this is going to play out. He said, you want Seth, you got him. I'm not going to be in your way. But he said, no worries, because we got it covered either way. That baby said, either way. Anyways, so Finn was just like, wait a minute now. Either way? What the fuck that mean? Baby, if you can't read between the lines, I can't help you. Okay? Because essentially what he said was, whether win, lose, or draw, I'm going to be champion at some motherfucking point. Okay? You can do whatever the fuck you want to do. Live your life however you please. But at some fucking point, I am going to be champion. It's just that simple. Okay? But he just didn't say that out loud. He just didn't say that to your face. So Finn had a look of confusion on his face, but it seemed like they was able to come up with a game plan and work together. Because later on in the night, they had Finn, they had Dom come out there with his fringe boots on again. And Dominic and Rhea came out there. They got ready to have a match, but Seth got jumped, essentially. Now, prior to this, Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn was talking to the new correspondent backstage. She looked like an android to me. That lady scared the living daylights out of me. I don't know what the fuck is going on with her, or if it was just like the way she looked into the camera, but she scared the absolute shit out of me. I'm like, is this bitch real? Or is she one of these AI robots they keep having press conferences with? I swear she was one of them AI robots. Have you seen the video of them AI robots where the damn reporters is asking them if they plan on taking over the world, and the damn robot looking at her side eye was like, "No, we have no desire to take over the world. Our job is to help make the world better." I'm telling y'all, that new correspondent scares me. I don't care what y'all say. Okay, she creeps me out. Okay. Facts, Kitty Ken. No, that's the way Tiff pronounced it last week. Hiram. Hiram. That's how I pronounced Hiram's name last week. Hiram, because he was getting on my nerves. She added so much emphasis on the H. Like the cool whip. Cool whip. Oh, God. I saw the cow boots, by the way. I did. I disliked them. And well, the bald ones. Bombastic side eye. Criminal offensive side eye. Okay, hi, Krim. Anyways, this led to Rhea and Dominic interrupting Kevin and Sami Zayn in the middle of their interview. For whatever reason, I don't know why, but Rhea's like, "Oh, well, we want your titles. Bitch, you need to be worrying about keeping yours." Okay, like I am so confused about her at this moment. They keep finding a way to incorporate Raquel into Rhea Ripley's business, and it's going nowhere. And I'm just like, girl, why you running around here worried about securing bags for your dudes? You need to be worrying about securing your own, bitch. Because the last time you had a feud that was worth any salt at any given point was when you was going up against Charlotte, and even that was lackluster. It didn't start to get good until the end, ho. So while you sitting up here running around here strategically placing yourself in the middle of a man's business, you are irrelevant as a champion. You have no prospects. Nothing. Now, granted, outside of kayfabe, I don't blame Rhea. I blame booking. I blame them for their bullshit. But girl, you have been champion since WrestleMania, and what you got to show for it is only 2 feuds that ain't even amounted to nothing. 2 feuds that had no rhyme or reason to them at all. And here you are sitting up here talking shit about Kevin and Sami being champion, and you doing a girl. First of all, collar your dog, bitch. Collar your dog. Number 1. Number 2, stay in your backyard. That backyard is what needs to be clean. Don't worry about what Kevin and Sami doing in theirs. You need to keep your shit clean. Okay? Now, what I can't wait for is when Shayna and Ronda are finished with their fight and they feud, and it gets to be where Shayna wants that fucking belt from you. Then we gonna have some real fucking competition around here. Because what I'm tired of seeing is you having the kind of match that you had at WrestleMania, and you not doing shit else but running around here talking about Dirty Dom this and Dom that, and I'm mommy, and sharing pictures with come on your face, bitch. That's all you've been doing. And I'm sorry, but that's not good enough. Get it together. Oh, she pissed me off. Let me calm down. Ugh. Anyways. So the match between Dominic and Seth never happened. Dominic and Seth, basically, Seth got jumped by the whole crew. Everybody was stomping Seth out. And that's when KO and Sami came down there to the rescue. They held their own against them, and they was able to get Dominic, Finn, and Damien out of the ring. And it was just them 3 with a standoff. Now, what they ended up doing is making it a 6-man tag team at the end of the night. To which what we got was a typical 6-man tag team match with the Judgment Day. We get a lot of offense, some defense, some real good ring around the rosy type shit. And in the end, during the middle and at the beginning, Rhea Ripley interferes and gives them a W. There's no change to how this is working. This is why I don't like Judgment Day or any type of heel faction that Triple H books. The reason why I'm annoyed by it is because there's nothing new going on. It's the same old every single time. Like y'all always got Rhea in y'all back pocket. Like at this point, you might as well just take her and carry her around with you in a little purse. Because if we just going strictly kayfabe, we're not talking about booking or business or none of that. We talking strictly kayfabe. Why the fuck is you here if you can't win by yourself and you need this bitch to help you? Like, what is you doing, bro? And like, there's nothing dominant or overtly dominant about Judgment Day. Let's just keep that a buck. We got Damian Priest and Finn Balor, two very good wrestlers. Nobody's disputing that. Nobody's disrespecting them on that front. But let's keep it all the way fucking 100. Okay? All the way fucking 100. By the track record that we have seen for the last 2 years when it comes to Judgment Day, you give me one time where they were overly dominant without Rhea Ripley helping them, and I will stay off their neck. And I'm not talking about individual matches or none of that. We talking about pure dominance as a faction. And Rhea Ripley didn't involve herself and get in the way and try to taunt people to hit her. You give me one time, one instance, and I'm a woman of my word. I will take it back. I will take it back. I just want one instance where the Judgment Day as a faction was dominant without Rhea Ripley being the domino of the cause and effect, without her being the anomaly. You give me one time. Not you reading bitches. She gets on my nerves, Tirza. She really do. And I love Rhea. I love Rhea Ripley. I think Rhea Ripley is amazing. But bitch, a spade is a motherfucking spade. If all you got to show me is that you like come on your face, we have nothing in common, bitch. We don't have nothing to talk about. If that's what you like, that's your business. But if that's all you've done within the last 5 months that you've been champion, that is noteworthy, that has gone viral, that actually makes sense, that was just something that you did out of the blue, this wasn't even a part of your shtick. This is the only thing that made you go viral without you being attached to Dominic or the Judgment Day as a faction. This is the only thing. Is you sharing a picture with come on your face. That's your biggest claim to fame as champion. That is your legacy. Okay. We're talking about the Judgment Day that exists at this point. The Judgment Day that is telling everybody that they are dominant, that they're taking over, that this is their show, and they run the Monday Night Raw. This is when Edge was basically booted out of the group. Finn was taken over, and they were all pseudo leaders of the group. So you give me one instance where Rhea Ripley was not involved, and those guys actually were dominant in what they said they were going to do. Well, like I said, Rhea Ripley got involved, cost Sammy the opportunity to hit Finn with the haluva kick. This led to her climbing onto the apron again for the 85th time. Damian was able to come in and basically clothesline the shit out of Sammy. Finn was able to hit the coup de grace, and then that was it. That was a 1, 2, 3. They standing in the ring looking at each other, and then they hug each other and have a kumbaya moment. And that's how Monday Night Raw went off. Now, ask me if I care. Because if we're going to keep it real, none of that meant anything to me. None of it. it didn't do anything in terms of advancing the storyline because it was obvious that Finn and Seth haven't had anything going for them. Like, it was obvious there was nothing else. There was no other way they were gonna go. And I felt like they could have went the route they had been going, where Finn was just overtly frustrated and pissed off and attacked Seth Rollins again. I would have liked that better than what the fuck we got today with this whole "you my homeboy" and I ain't trying to, cause ain't no way. Cause I know if Finn Balor was in Money in the Bank and the tables was turned and it was Damian who had an opportunity at the belt. Cause if I recall, it was Damian who had an opportunity at the belt not too long ago, and Finn cost him his opportunity. So what's the fucking difference? The way I see it, turnabout is fair play. Sirs, ma'ams. Anywhoosies, child. Let's go into the rest of the show. So Drew McIntyre and Matt Riddle had a match against Imperium, to which they won. It also led to Drew McIntyre attempting to attack Gunther. But you know, that ended up leading to them breaking that apart and moving on into a different and backing away, and Drew McIntyre was able to stand tall. Now, in the bike, we got a couple of things that was happening on this show. Hold on a second, because I took nerds. I took nerds, so hold on. I gotta pull up my nerds. Okay, girl, here we go. Gunther tried to interfere in this match with Riddle and Drew McIntyre, but Riddle was able to take Gunther out with a high knee. Now, after that was over and you got a little kumbaya moment with Drew McIntyre and Riddle, it moved on to Logan Paul and Ricochet. So this probably was a pretty good moment for Ricochet. I will give Ricochet his props. He cut a really decent promo. It's just he cut it on somebody who isn't worthy and honestly is only about himself. You get what I'm saying? If this was on a superstar that was in the back, this promo would have landed better and it would have worked better for him in his favor. But in the end, Ricochet was able to pick up and be the guy standing tall. So let me explain. When Ricochet came out, he thanked the fans and he told them that he does what he does because he wants everybody to be able to say that they saw Ricochet and he was the highlight of the night for them. He wants the fans to be able to see him in all of his glory and be at his best and do what he does. And he said for Logan Paul, though, he got pissy and all in his feelings because we was in the match and he didn't even know what he was doing in the match and he got. So he got mad and decided to attack me backstage after the match was over. Now, when he called Logan Paul's ass out, he essentially was like, I wouldn't have no issues with you talking shit about me, but the problem I have is that you called me unprofessional on your punk ass podcast with your cronies. You feel me? And he said one thing about it, I'm always a professional. I've been doing this for a long time. You just came in like a Pop-Tart. You ain't been here but a minute, bitch. First of all, mind your tone and keep your hands on your head. You feel me? Now, me personally, I'd have read his stringy haired ass from the rooter to the tutor. Okay? But I'm going to let Ricochet have his moment. All right? Ricochet basically called homeboy out, and he was just like, then Logan Paul did what a typical heel would do. He insulted the New York crowd because they were in Buffalo, New York. And then he went in on Ricochet. He said he was unprofessional because he and his other cronies within within the match were only going after him because they knew he was a threat. Essentially, he was like, y'all are just mad because I'm here and I'm a WWE superstar and I don't make moments. I am the moment. I'm like, okay, so now we still in Charlotte's shit. All right, cool. Hold tight. Heard on, y'all. Let me go to these comments. Hello, yes, I agree. I'm sick of Judgment Day and I'm sick of Roman Reigns and his storyline. It's time for him to give up the belts. Well, he'll give him up when he give him up, babe. Tip, did you see Undertaker staring down a shark scare away from Michelle? No. I I don't really follow anything that the Undertaker does, so nope. Okay. So Logan came out there and said, I stand by what I said on my podcast. You're unprofessional. Y'all made sure to come after me and attack me and do everything in your power to take me out. I ain't like that shit. And he said, if you were gonna be a professional about it, you could have just wrestled in the match, but you decided to come after me like I was a big threat to you. I must be a threat if you keep coming after me. Y'all can keep trying to take me out if you want to, but at the end of the day, I'm still a WWE superstar. It is what it is. So Ricochet essentially was just like, hey, yo, listen, you're here, you're doing what you're doing, that's your business. But what we're not about to do is call me unprofessional. I've been in this business for umpteen years and I've never been unprofessional. I've always been professional. That's the first thing. Secondly, he was like, homeboy, you can call yourself whatever you want. At the end of the day, I'm gonna always be better than you. I'm gonna do me. Period. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. And Logan Paul is like, he was like, I came out here to challenge you to a match, but since you want to be out here talking shit, now I just want to hurt you. And Logan Paul just starts laughing. And he was like, even when he cuts an impassioned promo, I'm still the moment. He was like, you're standing in there, and he's insulting the man in his height, saying he's all forehead. And I'm like, okay, are we cracking jokes? All right, bet. Because I'm like, Ricochet, you need some help. You struggling out here. So like, tag me in, bitch. Tag. I'm like, oh. Ain't you one skip and a jump away from being a sociopath? Or is it that you just like laughing at people who commit suicide in Japan forests? Because I'm just trying to understand what we talking about. Is that what you mean by unprofessional? Or how about you get on the internet and you steal your brother's girlfriend and make that content because you don't have shit else to talk about or do? Or if we gonna keep going, let's keep going because the hole gets deeper. How about you keep setting up fights, but you know that you are paid to win as well as the fighters you're fighting are paid to lose? Are we talking about unprofessionalism? Are we talking about professionalism? Or are we just talking? Are we popping off? I mean, because I could keep going, you know. Are we talking about how you had to go get your teeth fixed and you walking around here with them veneers in your mouth and you know that's not your real teeth? Or how about you ain't never seen a bottle of conditioner for your hair a day in your life? Or how about how whack and corny you are? Like, that's the easiest read I got for you. Or how about how you always look like you ain't never got no sleep and you sell these whack ass prime drinks? Or we could talk about the lawsuit against your motherfucking drink that you ain't brought out here on the WWE because they suing your black. You don't want to go there with me with professionalism. That's not where you want to go. You might want to stick to the rivers and lakes that you're used to. YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. You said on here that you're not a TikToker. I ain't beg to differ, bitch. Is that not where you got your bread and butter from? The socials of the media? Stop playing with me, boy. Stop playing with me. If I was Ricochet, I'd be like, listen, Just because you can come in here and do a couple backflips and a couple of suplexes don't make you a WWE superstar. What it makes you is a paid performer. And those are two different things, my guy. You are brought in here because you bring in the draw. I'm here because I'm the moment. There's a fucking difference between me and you. You can say that you're the moment, but you're the moment in time. I'm going to be here after you, and I was here before you. And that's just the way that it is. Whether you like it or not, I am who I am. You're going to move on to other pastures, fuck up somebody else's shit, do something else stupid like you've been doing. While I'm going to be here backflipping and still going viral and still getting paid for it, bitch. What? That's how you read. That's how you tear them up. Okay? I'm just saying. If you was going to go there, since you're going to go to his forehead, you're going to talk about his height. We ain't talked about how you look like Gumby on steroids. We ain't talked about how you look like Gumby on crack. But it is what it is. You feel me? It is what it is. We're not mad. We're just calling it like we see it, remember? Now, basically what he told Logan Paul is, Logan Paul told him, you're not on my level. So Ricochet did to him exactly what he did to Peppermint Patty, to Patrick. What's his name? What was his name in there? Velveteen Dream?
Yeah.
He came out that ring and flipped down to the damn ground, and everybody was just sitting there in awe. And he was like, see, this is what I'm talking about. You just want to go viral. I'm not going to give you your moment. The point is, he don't need you to go viral. You didn't get it then and you don't get it now. It's clear you weren't good in school. It's very clear you didn't understand the assignment. It's not clicking. What's not clicking? What's not clicking? He doesn't need you to go viral. He can go viral without you. There's a point that has to be proven, which is keep my name out your motherfucking mouth, which is all he had to say from the very beginning. Say what the fuck you want, but don't you dare accuse me of being unprofessional. That is a dangerous word in this business. And he knows that. It's triggering and it's disrespectful. But see, me, I'm petty. You want to go low? I'm going to hell. I bring up all your old shit. All of it. You out here begging Shane Dawson for fucking views, run around here calling yourself a goddamn sociopath. Narcissistic is more along the lines of what I would think you would be. But y'all playing in our faces. And I don't like that. I don't like it. Like you're not getting it. It's not coming through, hun. So when you got that face slammed on the ground outside of that ring, I bet you it clicked in, didn't it? Coming out there dressed like a glorified dad. This motherfucker had on dress pants and dad British night shoes. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? Did you forget you had a segment you had to do today? Were you not prepared? How unprofessional of you. Coming here looking like you just rolled out of bed from a wedding reception. Like you was drunk. Sir, you're on national TV. This goes worldwide. And I was like, why you ain't come out there with your prime drink? WWE said, you getting sued for this drink, so we're not gonna have that on television. You're gonna have to find another way to advertise your shit, but you can't advertise it through us no more. Okay. Thank you so much, Logan. Though we appreciate you, love you, mean it. Like, girl, Ricochet tore your ass up. But I will say this: when it came to the show today, it was a lot of little filler things going on in this show that just didn't sit right with me. Like, there was some things that, like, you could tell people their match quality wasn't as good as it could have been. It was just like, oh my God, like, what are you doing, Huns? What's happening? But let us move on. Maxine graduated from Alpha Academy today, and it was a cute little ceremony until Valhalla's wolf pussy ass came in there and stole the girl's jacket that Chad and Otis was trying to give her, and then hit her in the back and ran with her dirty ass feet. Old wolf pussy ass bitch. She get on my damn nerves. She smelled like spoiled ham and nasty coochie. That's why I call her wolf pussy. I called her wolf pussy on Instagram once. And somebody was like, what the fuck did you? If you ain't never seen Friday After Next, or what was it? Was it Friday After Next? It was Friday After Next, right? The last one. Because it was Friday, next Friday, and Friday After Next. If you ain't never seen Friday After Next, you won't know where I got it from. He told Mrs. Pearlie that she got a wolf pussy. Oh, I had his prime drink and it was disgusting. I'm a person that likes energy drinks. Well, Seth said it was good. He didn't say it was nasty. He said it was good. He had the bomb pop flavored one though. Her feet was black on the bottom when she brought her dirty ass in that ring, which leads me to believe her trifling ass be walking around there with no shoes on, no matter where she is, and that just irks my soul. Put some fucking socks on your feet, slippers, slides, something, okay? Wolf pussy got on my nerves today. Hit poor Maxine in the back of the head. It was almost like she didn't know if she was supposed to hit her or not. I don't know what was going on, but everything like that was weird as hell. So I was just like, girl, what is happening in this damn show today? Nobody is hitting each other like they supposed to. They either hesitant or feel like they don't know what's going on. It's like, babes, oh my God. Anyways, she said a speech, they said a speech, and Chad Gable was talking about how long his accommodations are. I'm like, what are we? Is it 2005? Like, what is happening? We don't need to know that. Shit. Anyways, Maxine got her diploma per se, but she didn't get her Letterman jacket. Fucking Valhalla stole it. So I'm assuming next week they will have a match between Maxine and Valhalla for her to get her championship. I mean, her Letterman jacket back. Now, Cody had a moment today. Okay, Cody came out there and Cody cut an impassioned speech about how he's gonna give Brock Lesnar. He's gonna get that last match from Brock Lesnar. He's gonna take him out. He didn't break him, and it was a really impassioned speech. It was what he always says when any opponent comes in. But he also made it very clear that while Finn Balor is next in line to be the one to go up against Seth freaking Rollins, he said that he has next, and whoever is in his way, he's going to make sure they understand that he's the next one to get his championship. So here we are. We are going to see Cody versus Brock Lesnar one more time, ladies and gentlemen. And of course, Brock Lesnar was not in attendance today. However, he may be in attendance next week or the week after. But it seems like the closer we get to SummerSlam, the closer and the more time that Brock Lesnar will probably show up on the show. They also gave us a real long recap of last week's SmackDown when Jey Uso promised to whip Roman Reigns' ass the next time he saw him, or if he accepts his challenge. Now, when said challenge will happen, I don't know. But he did issue a challenge, and I'm hoping that this challenge is done at SummerSlam. Now, I imagine if they have this match at SummerSlam, there more than likely will be another match at Payback in September, to which that is when Roman will finally probably lose his championship, because Payback is the real anniversary of Roman Reigns being champion. Okay? Always remember that. Anywho, sis. Okay, let's move on. sir. The girls had a pretty substantial opportunity tonight on Monday Night Raw, as opposed to their substantial opportunities last Friday on SmackDown. Now, what we got was two separate instances where the girls were showcased. Ronda and Shayna had a moment. Shayna was in the back messing with her cards, as the Queen of Spades always does. And of course, Emma came up to her to congratulate her for taking Ronda out. She was like, "We did this together." You know, I basically softened her up our my first debut, and you finished up the job. And Shayna was like, "Oh wow, I'm glad you think that." She was like, "You know what? You know what? How about you and I have a match, and I can show you what I'm gonna do to Ronda Rousey when I see her." Good luck out there. Left her with the card, Queen of Spades. So Shayna came out there like a rabid pit bull, ready to rock. And for the most part, Shayna dominated this match. But when I tell you Emma hit that woman with a nasty kick to the face, a nasty kick to the face, baby, I knew Shayna's ass was rocked. Okay, that bell was rung. All right. And for the most part, I was like, wait a minute, Emma might have an opportunity. But then that opportunity went into the toilet. Okay. Emma started getting her ass whooped, and before she knew it, she was tapping, okay? And then Ronda came down there, and the girls started fighting. Now, I'm not one to call nobody no names, but these hoes was not wrestling fighting. They was fighting, okay? And my brother was like, damn, is we gonna get a UFC fight? I'm like, bitch, we might. We might. Because these two girls was out there scrapping. And I was like, I appreciate it. I appreciate it because we needs it. We needs it in our lives, honey. Let me see what these saying. Well, Seth doesn't like Starbucks, so his taste buds ain't good. The same could be said of you when you don't like dressing. Case closed, my guy. Gosh darn it, high creme. High creme. Don't listen to High Creme. He don't know nothing. Anyway, Hiram Seth's picky when it comes to coffee and beer, which is third wave coffee. Which is third wave coffee and craft beer. Ronda started fighting like they was in the octagon, child. They was scrapping. Shayna got out that ring and basically was like, "This is what I'm talking about. You coming in and taking over and stealing my shine." I mean, in this case, that's not what happened. She came down there to whoop your ass for last week because you did knee her in the head real bad. But she really wasn't coming down there to steal no shine, baby. She came down there to whoop your ass. And for the most part, both of y'all was whooping ass, okay? Anyways, the second female-centric match that we had was a tag team match. Now, the tag team champs was in the back. And of course, here come motherfucking Rhea, because she ain't got shit else to do, so she got to create drama in her life. She came up to Raquel and basically was like, bitch, you need to stay out my motherfucking business. You need to mind your fucking business, because if I was attacking you, then it wouldn't be no issue. I wouldn't say nothing. I just keep whipping your ass. But if you keep getting in my business, then I'm going to have to make you my business. And so Raquel didn't say nothing. She was staring a motherfucking hole through that bitch's head. Okay? And that's when Liv stepped up and was like, well, we don't like bullies. And we saw how you was treating Natalia last week, and we didn't like that shit. So we came out there to stop it. And if you're going to keep bullying people, and Raquel was like, then we going to keep getting involved. Simple as that. Do something. She walked away, and Rhea Ripley didn't move. She didn't say that. And I'm like, oh, is we scared? What happened to your dirty Dom? That's sad, bro. That's sad. Anyways, Raquel and Liz was sitting ringside for the match between the Disco Twins and the mother of all Karens and her tag team partner, the wanna be in charge, Sonya Deville. The girls was out there fighting, but ultimately they cheated to win. You see, Sonya grabbed Chelsea's foot to hold her foot down on the ropes to give her extra leverage. Ref didn't see it, and that's how they was able to roll up y'all good sis Katana, and she was able to get the 1, 2, 3. Meanwhile, Katie had got knocked out by Sonya, so she wasn't able to be of no help. Now I don't know why Raquel and Liv didn't get involved, but I guess the storyline, permitted them from being able to do that. With all that being said, though, Chelsea and Sonya are going to get a tag team championship match next week. Now, if I think what I think is going to happen, then more than likely Rhea Ripley will involve herself in this match, costing Raquel and Liv the tag team championships and giving them to Sonya and Chelsea. This could also lead to Raquel going after Rhea Ripley, which will give Rhea Ripley something to do besides looking like a damn fool every day. Okay. What else happened? What that it? Oh no! Final match of the night was the disqualification match, the no DQ. It was between Ciampa and Miz. We're just gonna skip to the end because it wasn't a bad match. It was something that you can watch and enjoy. However, the match ended because it ended with Miz as the winner, and it was mainly because of Bronson Reed. For whatever reason, Tittles involved himself in this match. He attacked Ciampa, laid him out, and then hit him with that tsunami drop on him, and that was it. Ciampa was not able to get back up. He had already put Miz through a table, and it was over with. But because he got involved, Ciampa lost that match to Miz, and Miz ended up being the winner. So obviously, there's a new feud on the horizon between Ciampa and Bronson Reed. So I guess we just have to wait and see how that's going to play out as well. With Miz finally breaking his losing streak, I guess sky's the limit for the little A-lister. We'll just have to wait and see how that all plays out. And that, my friends, well, there's one more women's match. Oh. Trish Stratus and Zoe Stark had a match with Becky. Becky was going up against Zoe. Trish was out there to support Zoe. For the most part, Becky had the match won. Trish got involved twice. She already grabbed Becky's leg. Becky was so trying to get rid of Trish and kicking Trish out of the way that it ended up giving Zoe the opportunity to roll her up and use her types to hold her down, and she was able to get the win off of Becky that way. I don't care about this feud or the match. I don't care about either one of them anymore. I don't care about Trish Stratus being there because she's boring. And everybody wants to say, oh, she's mother and she's doing this. She's not doing anything different from what she did 15 years ago. I'm sorry if that hurts your fucking feelings. I don't care. I don't want to see her out there doing this. I'm done with it. Like, it's no fun watching it. Like, her on the microphone is not great either, as much as people want to say that it is. It just isn't. Like, the last time she was talking, all she did was just call Becky Lynch. And it just reminded me of watching A-Team where what's the name was just calling them Lynch every 2 seconds. It just got on my nerves. I'm just like, girl, who cares? We know her name is Lynch. Like, shut the fuck up. God, you're such an annoying little piece of shit. Like, we're tired. we're tired, and Zoe's just fangirling over you. She's not even trying at this point. And we're just tired of both of you hoes. Well, I am. Like, find something else to do, please. I'm so serious. I'm just like, God, it's so exhausting. And then you have like all these opportunities to do something really good with the division. You bring back Emma. You've got Candace back there. You've got Indy back there. You brought them up. Like, fucking do something, please. Besides bringing out Trish Stratus so she can tell everybody how she's not their fantasy and she doesn't need them, and you need to say thank you. Thank you, Trish. Oh my God, say thank you. Yeah, sure. Thanks. Thanks for getting on my nerves. I appreciate it. That's it. That's all you're going to get from me. I'm sick of that woman. I'm tired of her. Do something else. Find something else to do, babe. Now, WWE is going on tour. Okay. Just so you know, they're going on tour. They have so many cities. Okay. Denver, Charlottesville, Virginia, Uniondale, New York. This is all in September, by the way. These dates are hella close. The 8th, the 10th, the 16th, the 17th, the 18th. SmackDown is on the 22nd. It's going to be in Glendale, Arizona. September 23rd, they're going to have a super show. The 24th, they're going to have a super show. The 25th, they're going to have Monday Night Raw in California. It says Ontario, California. On September 29th, they're going to have SmackDown in the Golden Center in Sacramento. On September 30th, they're going to have the Super Show. Like, their schedule is tightly packed. Okay, it's tightly packed. The month of October all the way through is set. Okay, the Super Show, they got Raw in San Jose, California. SmackDown is going to be in St. Louis, Missouri. Fastlane is going to be in Indianapolis, Indiana. Raw is going to be in Omaha, Nebraska. There's a Super Show that's a day the next day. There's another Super Show the next day. And then they're going to have Raw in Oklahoma. SmackDown is going to be in San Antonio, Texas. Main event is going to be in Edinburgh, Texas. And then they have something called WWE Sunday Stunner, which is going to be in Sames Auto Arena in Laredo, Texas. Monday Night Raw is going to be in the American Airlines Center in Dallas. And then SmackDown is going to be in Milwaukee, Wisconsin on Friday. So they're going to be in Texas for quite some time. Like, for at least 4 days, which is a real long time to be in one state. They're going to be moving through city to city, but they're going to be in Texas for a while. So in October, the couple of months that they're going to be running, those shows are going to be heavy and they're going to be back to back. It's craziness, man. But let me show y'all something that I saw on Instagram today. So Dominic was pissed when Seth Rollins' music hit and he came out because it interrupted his promo. And basically, he was out there eating. Seth was out there eating wings, and WWE basically was like on their Instagram, he's just mad because Seth won't share his wings. And USA Network was like, Dom must hate wings. And that shit took me out. I was cracking up. And shout out to Kayla because she was right there liking all of the stuff on Instagram. She was right there, child. Any whoosies. That was Monday Night Raw, y'all. That was it. It really was it. It did its job by advancing certain stories or whatever. But that was pretty much it. There wasn't a lot going on. Now, tomorrow on NXT, the big match on NXT is going to be, of course, Ilya Dragunov versus Braun Breaker. Whoever wins this match becomes the number one contender for Carmelo Hayes' NXT Men's Championship, and they will do battle at the Great American Bash. But Carmelo Hayes has a special little guest coming to NXT, and it is in the form of Monday Night Raw's Judgment Day, ladies and gentlemen. The Judgment Day as a collective are coming to NXT tomorrow. I'm sure after Monday Night Raw, they flew right down to good old Florida so that they, can shake some shit up in the NXT realm. You feel me? Also, there's a few other things happening tomorrow on NXT that those of us NXT guys and girls should be interested in. Yeah. We definitely should want to watch it because it's worth it. Hold on, I'm going to show you guys the graphics in just a second for everything. So I want to make sure I show you everything. Oh, it's a non-title match. All right. First we got the look, we can be beat. We're the best, our team's too cool. We got surprise to rock the school. Oh yeah, we bad. We got the team, we can't be had. We're the best, so score them points when we're the game. We'll rock this joint. Go Toro, go Toro, go, go, go Toro. All right, I finally got on the upload. It definitely was your IG name. You were at the top of the mountain, girl. So, as well as Judgment Day showing up on NXT tomorrow, and of course, Braun Breaker and Ilya Dragunov having a match tomorrow, we've got Stacks and Joe Coffey battling it out. Now, if Stacks win, then Tony the Don gets to be free. But if Joe Coffey wins, then that means Tony stays in jail, and well, them's the breaks. I still think that Stacks ratted him out, but I mean, maybe Joe Coffey was just trying to manipulate the situation and make it look like Stacks ratted him out. But in all actuality, Stacks wanted to try to get this match to prove that he's more than just an underboss and that he can actually beat Joe Coffey. And Joe Coffey was the rat all along, right? So I think that's more along the lines of what's really happening here rather than Stacks actually turning on Tony D. Okay. Also, Andre Chase and Duke Hudson are going to go up against Drew Gulak and William Regal's doppelganger of a son, Charlie Dempsey. Ivy Niles is going to go up against Tiffany Stratton in a non-title battle. And our two favorite hood dudes is going to be showing up on NXT tomorrow. Mm-hmm. They're going to be there. We're going to watch and we're going to enjoy, okay? We're going to live, we're going to love, and we're going to be in a full attendance with our eyes wide open because Bronco Nima and Lucian Price are making their NXT debut tomorrow. So I am rooting for Bronco Lima and Lucian Price because I want them to succeed. Okay, I want them to be great. All right. All right. That's not a good picture of Creepy Coffee. I think it's a good picture of him. I mean, he's a creep. That's how he always looks, like a fucking weirdo. Anyways, back to the people who actually look nice. We we're gonna have a match. They're gonna have a match or a debut in NXT. Now, my brain is telling me that it's more than likely gonna be Malik and Idris, which I hope that it isn't. For God's sake, pick somebody else. I don't know what they're going to do, but hopefully it's not Malik and Idris. And ladies and gentlemen, that is NXT for tomorrow. There may be some in-between stuff, like some stuff with Roxanne and Blair Davenport. There may be some stuff with JC Jane. You might see some female tag team stuff. All kind of things might be happening at with NXT tomorrow. So we'll just have to wait and see. Nathan Frazier, the whole thing with Mustafa and Wesley, since Wesley and Mustafa are going to be battling for that North American Championship at some point. It's going to be an interesting ride, ladies and gentlemen. Now, NXT's Great American Bash is July 30th on Sunday, which makes it about a little bit better than 3 weeks from today, okay? Shortly after that, on the 5th, which is literally the same week of the Great American Bash, is SummerSlam, which happens that Saturday in Detroit, August 5th. Then we get a bit of a reprieve on the PLEs. They're going to give us about a little less than a month because Payback is Saturday, September 2nd, a little couple days shy of it being a month away from SummerSlam. And then we are going to be swept up into Fastlane, which is October 7th. And it's also on a Saturday. And this is going to be in Indianapolis, Indiana. And then, of course, you have Crown Jewel and you have Survivor Series. Okay. The world. Hold on a second, because I believe Survivor Series is in Chicago this year. Let me look it up. Survivor Series 2023. Survivor Series. Yeah, Survivor Series is going to be in Allstate Arena in Chicago on November 25th. Okay. And I would imagine that Crown Jewel would be earlier in the month. So they just haven't announced it yet and set everything up yet. So we'll just have to wait and see. With all that being said, make sure you bring your thick asses back here tomorrow so we can go over NXT and we can talk about all these matches that are going to be happening on the show. Now, Judgment Day is supposed to be there. Dragunov and Braun are supposed to fight. Lucian and Bronco and Lucian are supposed to have their debut match, like I mentioned before. You're going to have Ivy and Tiffany Stratton battling. And of course, the Chase U boys are going up against Dempsey and Gulak. And then finally, you're going to have the underboss Stacks going up against Creepy Joe Coffey. All right. And don't forget, WrestleMania is going to be in, it's going to be in Philly. This is WrestleMania 40. I believe it's 40. Yeah. It's going to be in Philly. They're going to have a good time.
WrestleMania extra large.
Extra large? Because of the XL? Mm-hmm. Oh, you petty. You're petty. Can I have some ice water tonight, please, before you go to bed? All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to go. You guys have a wonderful night, okay? Make sure you get yourself a lot of rest. So when you come in here tomorrow, we can kiki, holler, and scream like we always do, okay? I will see you guys tomorrow after NXT. I hope you guys enjoy the show, and I'll be done. Do not forget, if you're watching this in the playback, to please make sure you rate, comment, and subscribe. It's very important to me. It also helps boost my channel, because I do this on a weekly basis. And if I can get my channel to be having the amount of subscribers that I need to have so I can be getting paid for the shit that I do, girl, okay, that can help me tremendously, especially with some of these burrs. All right. Like I always say, thank y'all so much for watching. I appreciate y'all. I do this because y'all wanted me to do it and because I love y'all. But if you can, and you should, because y'all love me, you can help free by sharing, commenting, liking, and posting on this as many places that you can. Or if you want to contribute monetarily, you know how to do that. All of that is scrolling on the bottom below. I gotta go. Y'all have a good night. Peace. Peace in the Middle East. I gotta go. Bye.